Hi everyone. Today we need to respond some questions. First question is what does the CRISP DM methodology for data mining entail? What does the data analyst do in each step? Also, first of all, the cross-industry standard process for data mining, CRISP DM, is a widely used methodology for data mining projects. It consists in 6 steps. These steps guide the data analyst in his work. So the steps are following. First, business understanding. The data analyst works very closely with stakeholders to understand what the business is, what is the goal, and how data mining can help to achieve this goal. Then the data understanding. The data analyst collect and familiarize himself with this data, understand if there are any patterns, if there are some missing values, also how the data performs, do the data exploration. And then on the third step, that means data preparation, the analyst addressed all these inconsistencies and some patterns that can influence the analysis. Data analyst remove also some outliers and do encoding of categorical values. Then is the modeling. The data analyst select and applies appropriate modeling technologies to this data that was prepared. This typically involves selecting and training machine learning algorithms and tuning their parameters to achieve the best results. The next step is evaluation. When we have this model, we must evaluate if it works good. Data analysts use various evaluation metrics for that. And then the next step is deployment. Also, when we see that all works good, we can finally present this result to stakeholders and deploy the model into production. But the work doesn't end here, and the data analyst must monitor performance of this model over the time. Next question is to discuss the problem of ethics, what companies can do to uphold these ethics principles that we use in our work as analysts. These principles are like this: that privacy entail that we respect privacy of individuals and cannot distribute the data that they can give us without to have responsible permission of them. Transparency means we must be very transparent when we explain which data we collect, which data we use, and how we use this data. It must be very clearly for all our customers. Accountability means that we must be responsible for consequences of data-driven decisions. To upload these principles, organization can do follow things. First of all, develop and enforce data governance policies that outline data ethical guidelines for data collection, processing, and usage. Conduct regular training for employees to increase the understanding of data ethics. Implement technical measures like anonymization, encryption, and access control. Involve ethic committees or advisors to provide guidelines on data-related projects. Conduct regular audits and assessment to ensure compliance with ethical standards. Second question that we need to discuss is the following. Explain what needs to be done before you can forecast time series. In other words, what does time series involve? Also, as a data analyst, first of all, I must collect the data, which typically consists of observation made with regular time intervals. Then is a step of data exploration. As usual, we must understand this data, see which values are absent, see more pattern, and understand what they means, and so on. We must explore this data that we have, this time series. And then is pre-processing. Pre-processing is cleaning, removing some outliers that can give us some mistaken values during the analysis. Some irregularities must be addressed. Then is the step of time series modeling. The data analyst select any appropriate model technologies like as ARIMA, autoregressive integrated moving average, or exponential smoothing of the data, and is to decide what of them to use. Then we must fit the model to the data and estimate the model parameters. After that, is a step of model evaluation. As usual, data analyst evaluate the model, how it works. Also, the data analyst must evaluate the performance of the model. And the addressing of some metrics can be used by mean squared error or by mean absolute percentage error. So these are techniques to evaluate how box model if it's okay or not. And then is a step of forecasting. If we see that model works good and we can use it, so on this model we can purchase forecasting. There are any techniques like confidence intervals or prediction intervals. This is for time series. Also, one more question. As written, I'm an analyst in a financial services company, and I have some concerns about bias in how a predictive model was measured. How I can raise the concerns with my manager. So, I will answer how I would like to do it if I will be in this situation. First of all, I need document all evidence, examples of disproportionate outcomes or negative impacts on certain groups. Then I will schedule the meeting, and this meeting I will schedule in this way that it will be convenient for both parties. So when we will meet, I will present all concerns and I will provide clear explanation of how I identified bias of the measurement of the model. And surely I will prepare me to answer additional questions about all points I will present. To be concrete, I need to propose some solutions. I will propose idea and recommendations how to resolve this problem. There can be suggestions for future analysis, alternative measurements approaches, methods for controlling and monitoring bias. These suggestions can include diverse data collection, regular reviews and audits, collaboration and diversity. It means involving individuals with different backgrounds and experiences, ongoing evaluation, continuously monitoring and evaluation of the performance and impact of the predictive model. You can analyze and you can present to your manager more information that you have found during your work.